All associations should begin in mutual if you want them to last. I think relationships end because mutual never began. The word mutual is defined as reciprocally receiving and giving, things happening at the same time. While nothing in life works this seamlessly, it should be thought about before two or more parties merge to form an alliance. People end up disappointed or sever ties because one or both parties didn't convey what their expectations were. Generally speaking, the receiver is more likely to want to continue a relationship than the giver is. I come from a generation where relationships had to be forged through a need for a common goal and the willingness to want the same thing. Today, everyone seems to be a friend, thanks in part to social networking like Facebook and Twitter. Today's youth seems to classify everyone they meet as a friend. While I think the benefits of these sites is positive, I don't want everyone as a friend. I wish I could change it to friends, family, acquaintances, business acquaintances, and networking professionals. For me, having forged a relationship to become friends cannot be 2 clicks of confirm me. Too often the mutual part of any relationship is overlooked. Why people come together is from a common element that is then strengthened through similar likes and ethics. Thieves find other thieves, rich find other rich, and so on. Relationships only survive when both parties are fulfilled. This doesn't mean it is always balanced, but it can never be one-sided. While people remain in imbalanced personal relationships, rarely do they stay in these relationships in business, and most often friendships don't last either. In business, it is easier to define a severing a product becomes a problem or service that causes a customer to find another source. In personal relations, it is harder to sort. If relationships are made at work, they rarely continue once the job has ended for an employee. People say they will get together, but they don't because the relationship was forged by location, not common interests, etc. That is why the people you shared information for several years as working friends nary has a minute for you after you are no longer at the same company. The reason is simply no mutual basis was formed first. You wouldn't build a house without a concrete foundation, and you shouldn't build a relationship without having a mutual shared interest with another. When this interest changes and alters, just accept it as part of your experience and move on. It doesn't mean you cannot contact them again, but to go back to the same situation never happens exactly and rarely works.